My name is Moises, and I'm an account manager here at Simple Lending Financial.
My name's Diana De La Cruz, and I'm also an account manager here at Simple Lending Financial. So, Moses, what got you into this business?
That's a good question. Actually, I got into this business by mistake. I used to be a pipe welder in the refineries. I grew up in Pasadena. If many of y'all know, in Pasadena, it's the oil and gas industry of Texas. So when you grew up in that type of environment, all you see is that in your backyard. You think that that's what you're gonna do. So I became a pipe welder, and I did that for 15 years. Can you believe that, Diana? So as many of y'all know, the pandemic happened a few years ago, and with that happened, it was a bunch of remember they were shorting GameStop and American Airlines. A lot of people were making money on stocks and stuff. So I started doing that, but then I got laid off. So when I got laid off, my sister-in-law was a real estate agent for EXP Realty, and she took me to one of her networking events. And she said that I was, just check it out. I didn't have anything else to do, being laid off at home, waiting for a job to come to me. Might as well do something, right?
Correct.
So when I went there, I actually talked to a loan officer. And when I went back home, I started doing research, and I got to see how many real estate officers there are, how loan officers, and how many real estate agents there are. And what can you do? Like, what exactly do they do? Because you never realize, you always hear about the agent, but you never hear about the finance part. Like, how do people get the money to do all this stuff?
Yeah.
And that's what got me really interested in it.
Them TV shows,
Those
the fix and
AZT,
flips.
right? How do they do that, right? Where did they get all that
I
stuff
always
from?
wondered as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know.
Now we know. So how about you, Diana? How'd you get into this?
Same thing like you. It happened during the pandemic, but prior to that, I had mortgage experience, working in the background, foreclosures, just attending to clients, but um, just doing my research thing. My father actually is the one that inspired me. He was in construction his entire life and worked for someone else, getting someone else rich. Well, I saw firsthand how much struggle he put in working in construction, waiting for a paycheck. Now I come to realize like you can actually work for yourself, create your own destiny, your own path and break the cycle. So now, here I am. So in our community, there's a negative understanding with financing. We're taught to hold on to your money, to work, 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 never seeing the profits it could have made.
Because me myself, coming from immigrant parents, coming from Mexico, we're first generation Americans, and nobody told us about finance, right? We're always the workers. We're always the ones building the houses, but we're never the owners of the houses. And that's another reason why going to finance school, going into this part of the industry, I love helping La Raza, right? Like people like us were always working, they instilled hard work and dedication, but they didn't instill finance.
Funny that you say that, Moses, because I actually had a client that I asked him what got you into this business, and he said his father. His father flipped real estate. I'm like, well, how many? He said one.
Wow, one house. That's
Yes.
it.
Well, the thing is that, in the Hispanic community, you save up money, you buy everything cash. He used his own money to build. That probably took him a decade.
And he probably was working during the day and then built his house at night, and his
Mhm.
cousins and all his friends would
Yeah.
help him on the weekends, right?
Yes. So he ended up flipping it, but he only flipped one. So I asked him, how many have you flipped? He had more than 10 properties.
Right.
Imagine he was like my age.
You know what, Diana? That's great. I love your passion. You know what? I'm very passionate too. That's exactly what we do every day when we get on the phone. I'm trying to find who am I going to help? Who am I going to help break this generation, of course? Because the only thing that's wrong with us, or the issue that we have, is that we weren't educated. Our backgrounds don't come from it. We're immigrant parents, or the people come from different backgrounds that they don't know any finance. They don't know any better. And now that we talk to wealthy people every day and they do this every day, I want to help, especially our people, especially our community. The people that we grew up with were always building homes and we're never owning them. I want to break that. I want to help people break that. And we want to say Feliz Dia de la Independencia to Mexico, and thank you for
Yeah,
tuning in
Mexico.
to Simple Chat with Simple Lending Financial.